What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Pick Six Nation. This time it's going to be episode number 132, and my guest for this episode is John Keeton. John, thank you for coming back on, man. It's really much appreciated.
No problem. Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome. Thank you, man. And if you guys want to go check out his podcast, the 1497 podcast, the link to his TikTok is in the description, and also his Instagram as well. Make sure to go check out his podcast. It's you absolutely should go check it out there.
Yeah, it's a good podcast. Come check it out. Talk about football, basketball, any sport you name it.
All right, let's do it. That's awesome, dude. All right, let's get into our topics for this episode. We have Aaron Rodgers to the Jets, Lamar Jackson's 5-year, $260 million contract extension, takeaways from the NFL draft, and Giovani Bernard's retirement. All right, let's go to Aaron Rodgers to the Jets. I mean, it's finally done. It's finally done. It's been going on for a while. It's a very interesting time in Green Bay with Jordan Love starting. He is the guy. Best of luck to him. Best of luck to Aaron Rodgers. And I also want to pull up the terms of the trade. We have a trade, and we have a tweet from Adam Schefter, and it says trade compensation per sources, Jets get, Aaron Rodgers, football emoji, Aaron Rodgers, pick number 15, a 2023 fifth-round pick, that's pick number 170. The number 170 is in parentheses, and then Packers get, that's the football emoji. Pick number 13, a 2023 second-round pick, that's pick number 42. Pick number 42 is in parentheses, a sixth-round pick, number 207, that's in parentheses. A conditional 2024 second-round pick that becomes a first if Rodgers plays 65% of the plays. So, very interesting there. Best of luck to Rodgers on the Jets. Best of luck to Jordan Love on the Packers. John, what are your thoughts?
For the Jets' sake, the Jets did what they wanted to do for the past 3 to 4 months. They wanted a guy that can play at a top 10 level or a top 5 level when he has weapons. So
100%.
So you bring in him, and now you get to see, can we run the table with him? Now, I personally would have went down a different route because you essentially have 2 years left of Rodgers at the most. So this year,
it could be longer.
I don't think it's going to be longer because it's hard to keep a high level style of play when you get older because your body starts to deteriorate. But that's just me and like the way I look at it. I think Rodgers will be fine, but there's a couple things that is going to impact that, and it's the AFC. It's the amount of competition that's in the AFC, and then it's the division that he's in too, because it's way tougher than what the NFC North was. Because you got Buffalo, who has a top 10 defense, Miami, who has a top 5 corner duo in the league, and then you have the Patriots, who you can't sleep on defensively because they're able to cause and create turnovers throughout every single game. I think they were like in the top 15 category when it came to forcing interceptions.
I think.
And on the Packers end, with Jordan Love, we actually get to see if Jordan Love can play after 4 years.
I think it's 3 seasons.
Yeah, so we get to see what Jordan Love can do in these 3 seasons.
Well, it was 2021, 21-22, and then 22-23 behind Rodgers.
Okay, so we get to finally see what Jordan Love can do, because I know they picked up another QB in the draft. I forgot who it was, but
I think it's Sean Clifford, but he's going to back up Jordan Love.
yeah. So so you pick up Sean Clifford, you get Jordan Love. Obviously, the Packers are in rebuilding situation, so I'm expected to see great things from Jordan Love. Obviously, not now, but down the line.
Right.
But I mean, it's a bit hefty trading for a 38-year-old quarterback, but you have 2 seasons with them. So the first season is just going to be what can you do in the playoffs, and then the next season is going to be can you win the Super Bowl. And if they don't achieve those 2 things, then we'll look at this trade as why do this trade where you could have implemented another guy into that system. But those are just my thoughts on it.
Right. I see what you're saying for sure. All right. I think we got that there. Again, best of luck to Aaron Rodgers on the Jets, and best of luck to Jordan Love as QB1 for the Green Bay Packers. And I think we got that there. Anything else you want to touch on here? All right, cool. Now let's go to Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's, I mean, that's awesome. It's finally happened. Finally, 5 years, $260 million. I mean, I'm unbelievably happy for him. Thank God. I mean, that's so nice. It's so nice to see that happen. He is the highest paid player in NFL history. Congratulations to him. So very happy for him. 185 million of that is guaranteed, and we have the information from Spotrac, and it says on Spotrac, Lamar Jackson signed a 5-year, $260 million contract with the Baltimore Ravens, including $185 million guaranteed and an average annual salary of $52 million. In 2023, Jackson will earn a base salary of $32,416,000 while carrying a cap hit of $32,416,000. That's all. I mean, I'm absolutely stoked for Lamar Jackson. Super stoked for him. And also, we have an article, and it's on NJ.com, and it's titled "Why Ravens Lamar Jackson Gave His Mom $8 million After Signing Historic Contract." And the article's by Bridget Highland, and it says in the article, Lamar Jackson became the highest paid quarterback on Thursday. The Ravens announced an agreement in principle with Jackson for a 5-year deal, and Ian Rappaport of NFL Network reports it worth $260 million. Awesome to see that. Just absolutely thrilled for him. And it also says in the article, per Black Millionaires on Twitter, it says NFL superstar QB Lamar Jackson fired his agent and hired his mom to negotiate his contract. He is now the highest paid QB after signing a $260 million 5-year deal. He avoided the 3% agent fee and gave the $7.8 million to his mom. And then in quotes, keep it in the family. That is in quotes. So awesome to see that. And it also says in the article, former NFL running back LaShawn McCoy praised Jackson and Jones. And it also says in the article, per Sportskeeda, I got to give a big shout out to Action Jackson's mother, Mama Jackson. I want to say congratulations to you also. You're in a male-dominated sport as an agent, and she did her thing. Everybody kept saying, oh, he needs a real agent. He needs this. He needs that. No, he don't, in quotes. No, he don't, and then the quote ends there. And it also says in the article, he trusted his mom He trusted his ability, his talent, and he got a deal done. So all those people out there to say he needs a real agent, he got a real agent, and a real agent got the job done. So Mama Jackson, congratulations to you also. That's awesome. I mean, what are your thoughts?
Lamar was playing at a top 10 level early in the season. And Lamar was able to enhance his passing game, especially against Jacksonville. And I really loved how they were coming back in that game and the plays that he were making in that game. Now, we can sit up here and we could say that Lamar, if he played like the Bengals, or not the Bengals, the Ravens would have won that game, which I think is true.
Yeah.
Now you put the Ravens in a position where you get your quarterback back, but he will still get heavily criticized because of the offense that they run around him. So I really hope
100%.
that they can adapt towards his passing abilities, because he can pass the ball. It's just he's in a system where it's run oriented. So that's going to be the most dominant factor in that offense. I'm glad he got paid, because
100%.
he
Me too, man.
he played like he's been playing on the level of a top 5, top 3 worthy quarterback money value. So now the Ravens finally gave it to him.
100%.
But
100%.
the only thing I didn't like is them getting OBJ, because I think
Now,
that's just a slap in
I
the
have to
face now.
disagree with you on that. That's a great move. I like that they got OBJ.
The only I think it's a bad move is because OBJ hasn't played football. OBJ hasn't played football in, I think, 2 years. And on top of that, age has his number where he's a 31-year-old receiver, to where I think they could have got something way better with the money that they signed OBJ to, because I don't think he's going to be as effective in the AFC as these defenses, or I should say, as these secondaries are getting stronger, because everyone's trying to beat the Chiefs. And
Right.
what the Chiefs do best is pass the ball. So I don't think you can rely on OBJ getting 90 to 100 yards in a 17-game season.
That I absolutely disagree with you on. I think OBJ will be amazing for the Ravens.
I think we just have to agree to we're gonna have to agree to disagree, because I don't think he'll be able to stay consistent, because the last time he played like 17 game, like a full game season, was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay. All right. I also have a tweet from Josina Anderson, and she quote tweets another tweet. Well, the tweet that she quote tweeted goes like this. It's from Josina Anderson, and she says, "One league source just told me Lamar Jackson's contract is a 5-year deal, $260 million total. Hashtag Ravens." And then she quote tweets that tweet. Wait, okay. The tweet that I just read. There's the quote tweet to the tweet that I just read, and that says league source just added the total guaranteed in quotes portion on Lamar Jackson's deal is $185 million. Period. That's awesome. I mean, congratulations to Lamar Jackson. Unbelievable, man. I'm absolutely stoked for him. And hopefully things continue to go well for Lamar Jackson on the Ravens.
No, they definitely will.
All right, man. I think we got that there. John, anything else you want to touch on?
Nah, we touched on everything.
All right, man. Let's do it. let's go to takeaways from the NFL draft. What a draft. Some really, really great picks. Bryce Young to the Panthers at number 1 overall. CJ Stroud to the Texans at 2, number 2 overall. The Texans getting Will Anderson Jr. at 3. Really nice moves. I like the Bijan Robinson pick by the Falcons. There's a lot of great picks. I really like Jackson Smith and Jigba. That pick by the Seahawks is unbelievable. So, really nice pick there. And then the Ravens getting Zay Flowers. That's a really nice pick as well. So, there's a lot of great picks here. And then I also like the Patriots getting Isaiah Bolden as well. He was the only HBCU player taken in the draft. And I'm glad Deion Sanders said what he said. I'm glad he said what he said there. John, what are your thoughts on the draft?
I love the move I love what the Texans did because the Texans got the 2 most important positions on the field. The 2 positions that talk the most. It's the linebacker position and it's the quarterback position. 2 of those positions, they fulfilled those needs. I think I don't know why they were doubting CJ Stroud. If anything, it was a smoke screen.
Yeah.
And I really love CJ Stroud's game because CJ Stroud, especially during this season, proved why he's an NFL worthy quarterback.
100%.
He is so accurate
100%.
and he showed up in big games. And if you don't think that he showed up in big games and he was making big plays, just go back and watch the Georgia game. He literally put them in a position to win and they missed a field goal. But the plays that he was making, how he was stepping up in the pocket, escaping from pressure, and still able to throw dimes.
Absolutely.
It was just amazing. It was just amazing to watch. And then against Michigan, where they had Michigan's number for like the last 2 seasons, or no, they lost at Michigan. I'm sorry, lost at Michigan, not last year, but 2 years ago. And then you come back and then you beat Michigan in amazing fashion, offensively and defensively. What other picks did I like in the draft? For the Falcons, I think Bijan Robinson is going to be. He was put in a Saquon Barkley situation where that's about to be. They're just about to heavily rely on Bijan Robinson being their scoring man. And on top of that, I don't think they don't have an offensive line that would be able to hold Bijan Robinson. So he's going to have to create a lot of space for himself. So it's going to be hard. And like the Falcons did what they did the last 3 drafts. They just picked the best player available. So they got Kyle Pitts, they got Drake London, and then they got Bijan Robinson. So it's going to be interesting to see what Desmond Ridder looks like because Marcus Mariota kicked himself out the picture. So we haven't seen Desmond Ridder look the way, or we haven't seen him play at all in the regular season. And then the NFC East, or not the NFC East, the NFC South is up the grabs.
Wait. I think Desmond Ridder played towards the end. Yeah, he played towards the end.
Okay, so we've seen a little of Desmond Ridder playing, but the point that I'm trying to make here is the Falcons still have a lot of holes that they need to cover. So,
yeah,
though, like it may seem like they're competing, but they're only competing because their division is terrible.
Yeah. Let's go to an interesting point. Let's go to the article. We're going to go back to what Deion Sanders said. And we have an article from Fox News, Fox News, and it's titled Deion Sanders scolds 31 NFL teams after only one player from HBCUs selected in draft, and it's by Ryan Gatos, and it says in the article, Jackson State was the only HBCU that had a player selected in the 2023 NFL draft over the last 3 days, and the Tigers' former coach admitted he was ashamed, that's in quotes, of the 31 teams who passed on his former players. New England Patriots selected cornerback and returner Isaiah Bolden in the 7th round of the draft on Saturday evening. Bolden was the lone player from an HBCU to be selected. And it's also says in the article, Deion Sanders, who left Jackson State for Colorado in December, reacted to the draft selections on Saturday night. And it has this article has the tweet from Deion Sanders, and it says, in the tweet, "So proud as you at Isaiah Bolden, 23. You deserved to be drafted much higher, but I'm truly proud of you." With the U. I know how much you want this. Spelled with U. The letter U. I'm ashamed of the 31 other NFL teams at NFL teams that couldn't find draft value in all of the talented HBCU players, and we had 3 more draft-worthy players at JSU. So, nice tweet by Deion Sanders. All is in caps. 3, the number 3, and then so nice tweet by Deion Sanders. So I like what he said there. John, what are your thoughts?
It's expected because, like, when you get a guy that gets drafted and then you look at the talent that you had, like, you're not going to be like, oh, well, like, this talent shouldn't have gone. Like, knowing Deion, too, Deion's going to keep it real. So,
yeah, 100%.
The only downfall to HBCU schools, and it's not only HBCU schools, it's schools that don't get the sunlight that these Power 5, top 25 schools get, is the lack of competition. So, like, an NFL scout is going to look more of a top 25 way than like an HBCU or like a school that lurked into the top 25, but they're in like a mid-tier like division or a mid-tier conference, I should say. And the reason they do that is because they don't weigh it as high as like a guy from like Georgia, a guy from Alabama, a guy from Ohio State, a guy from Texas, so on and so forth. So it sucks, but it should give these players more of a motivation to show these scouts that have like we can play too. We can compete at the highest level as like a guy from Alabama can compete. That's why I think the college football scheduling team should give HBCUs and schools that have shown that they can lurk into the top 25 more opportunities against teams like that.
100%. Dude, 100%. 100% agree with you there. So, really, really nice point. I also want to add Deuce Vaughn. And it's really nice. He was taken by the Cowboys. Really nice. His dad is the assistant director of college scouting for the Dallas Cowboys. It's just really nice to see Deuce Vaughn be on the Cowboys. Really, really nice to see that. It's just really, really nice moment. Nice phone call as well. John, what do you think?
Yeah, the storyline is beautiful. Like, you love seeing stories like that.
Absolutely.
You love seeing people, or not people. You love seeing families being reunited on a professional playing field. And Deuce Vaughn, I love Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn
100%.
is short. He's athletic. He is speedy, and he replaces. And that's a slept-on pickup at that position, because the Cowboys, they haven't made moves free agency outside of Tony Pollard. So now you got two guys that you can really utilize outside of like the running back position, because of the speed and because of the strength that they hold at such a short height. So I like the pick too. So that was a really slept on pick.
100%. 100%. I mean, Jackson Smith and Jigba was at 20. Zay Flowers at 22 to the Ravens. Jackson Smith and Jigba at 20 to the Seahawks. I mean, I want to go to the Bears. Getting Darnell Wright at 10. I am very happy with that move. I'm really happy with how the Bears did the draft. Great job by Ryan Poles. I really like the Rashawn Johnson pick. I really like Gervon Dexter Sr., really nice pick there. Tyreek Stevenson, really nice picks in the draft by the Bears. Great job by the Bears. And I also want to highlight the Eagles as well. Unbelievable draft they had. Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith. I mean, great picks overall. John?
Eagles did great with their draft. They
100%.
got what they lost. That was a lot of defensive guys. So you refueled your defense, and offensively, now you have DeAndre Swift, who is Miles Sanders' replacement.
Ooh, yes.
Jalen Hurts.
That is a nice trade, too.
Jalen Hurts is looking, well, we haven't even seen Jalen Hurts play, so I don't know what I was about to say. But Jalen Hurts he's more motivated because he's gotten paid. A.J. Brown is still there. Devontae Smith is still there. Oh my God, I just had his name in my head. But once his name comes back up, their speedy receiver, I forgot his name. But once it comes back to me, I'll say his name. Then you got Dallas Goedert. Like, the Eagles are in the perfect position because of how weak the NFC is when you really talk about contenders, Super Bowl contenders. I think outside of them, the only other team that you can throw in the contenders category is the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes.
And San Francisco. San Francisco, my bad. But those three teams are the only true contenders in the NFC.
Very interesting point. The Lions had a nice draft too. They got Jahmyr Gibbs and Jack Campbell.
Oh yeah, Jack Campbell's going to be nice. Jack Campbell was getting compared to Luke Kuechly when he got drafted, but when I look at like teams that can make it to the Super Bowl out in the NFC, but I wouldn't even put the Cowboys in the mix. Like, I would say either Philadelphia or San Francisco, because of what they have built around them. And like, the Cowboys have gained Stephon Gilmore, and then they had gained another acquisition, but
they drafted Mozzie Smith too.
Mozzie Smith.
That's a great pick.
We've seen
the Cowboys. Wait, sorry, John.
No, you go.
The Cowboys drafting Mozzie Smith that's amazing. That's 100% amazing. I also want to go back to the Seahawks, getting Devin Witherspoon at 5. I mean, great pick. Great pick.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
I mean, great pick. Great pick. I mean, That's pretty amazing.
No, yeah, because they needed another corner because
Yeah.
they needed a corner that could stop the run game because I think they're 28th in opponent rushing yards per game last season. So they were getting ran through the whole season last year, and including when they played San Francisco. So
Yeah, I'm trying to find hang on one second. Kelly Ringo is also an Eagle. So more Georgia Bulldogs to the Philadelphia Eagles. It's pretty unbelievable. I mean, what a great draft we had. What a great draft. I gotta mention the DeAndre Swift. Let's get the DeAndre Swift. I gotta get the terms of that trade. I want to just get that. We have an article from article on the DetroitLions.com, and it's titled "Lions Agree to Trade Running Back DeAndre Swift to Eagles," and it's by Tim Twentyman. Twentyman, and it says in the article, the writing was on the wall after the Lions used the number 12 overall pick Thursday night to select Alabama running back Jahmyr Gibbs that DeAndre Swift's time in Detroit was coming to an end. That became a reality Saturday afternoon when the Lions agreed to trade Swift and a 7th-round pick, number 249, that's in parentheses, to the Philadelphia Eagles for a 2025 4th-round pick and a 7th-round pick in this year's draft, number 219. Number 219, that's in parentheses. So very interesting. I mean, what a draft.
no, yeah, draft is good. Draft is good. A lot of if I had to pick like a winner of the draft, I would say I would definitely, or actually, I'll say this. I'll say my favorite pick of the first round was JSN going to the Seahawks.
That's a great pick. 100%.
So I'll go that, and Zay Flowers going to Baltimore. I thought that was a really good pick. I'm sad to see that Jalen Hyatt didn't get drafted unless he did, and I didn't catch it.
He did. He went to the Giants.
Okay, so that's another great pick because Jalen Hyatt, excuse me, was balling out in high school, or not high school. He was balling out in Tennessee, excuse me.
Yes.
And he was versatile. His speed, his high point catches, and especially his game against Alabama, just really showed me that he was emerging into a star within our eyes. But yeah, that's all I got.
Right. We need to talk about Hendon Hooker. Really nice pick by the Lions to get Hendon Hooker. Really nice pick by the Lions to get him. I want to check where he was. He was taken at 68. And also, Will Levis was taken at 33. Was he taken at 33? So, and we have an article. Let's go with Hendon Hooker. We have an article, and it's on ESPN, and it's titled "Hendon Hooker picked by Lions in third round of NFL draft," and it's by Eric Woodyard. And the article's by Eric Woodyard. And the article says Hendon Hooker will continue his comeback trail in the Motor City. The Detroit Lions selected Hooker with the 68th overall pick in the NFL draft Friday night, making the former Tennessee star the franchise's highest drafted quarterback since Matthew Stafford went number 1 in 2009. So, and it also says in the article, the Lions front office has made it clear that Jared Goff is the franchise's starting quarterback for the moment, but the 3-time Pro Bowler is scheduled to become an unrestricted free agent after the 2024 season. The selection of Hooker, who is recovering from a torn ACL, could therefore be a move for the future by Detroit. Hooker said he'll immediately embrace a role of being a sponge, in quotes, under Goff's tutelage, to come in and learn everything, every nuance on how to be a pro first and foremost, and then just admire him. Hooker said of learning from Goff. He's been in the league for a long time, and he's been doing a great job of developing every year to get better and better, and that's all you can ask for. I'm definitely going to be picking his brain as much as I can. I'm going to get annoying. I'm going to get annoying to him a little bit, but I'm just that type of person. I just want to get in and do my job and continue to get better day by day. That's awesome. So nice to see that. Nice to see that Hendon Hooker is a Lion. Best of luck to him there. Best of luck to Hendon Hooker on the Lions. I think I want to check on Will Levis. I think he's at 33. Yeah, he's at 33 to the Titans. Best of luck to Levis on the Titans. So nice to really just a nice draft. Best of luck to everyone that got drafted. I think it's Desjuan Johnson who is the last pick of the draft. Let me see that. I want to double check that. John, hold on. Yeah, he was the last pick of the draft. So very, very interesting. Best of luck to everyone that was drafted. Best of luck to all the undrafted players who got contracts. Just best of luck to all the undrafted players. Hopefully they can get on a team as soon as possible. And best of luck to everyone that got drafted. Hopefully they have great careers. Hopefully the undrafted players have great careers as well. John, anything else you want to touch on?
Nah, we touched on everything.
Cool. All right. Now let's go to Giovani Bernard's retirement. What a career he had. Absolute legend with the Bengals and the Buccaneers. What a career he had. Just absolutely phenomenal. And he tweeted, 10 years ago, I came into this league grateful for what God has done for me to get to that moment and to celebrate all the obstacles that were overcome. And now, fast forward 10 years, I leave humbled by the experiences, relationships, and memories that have And there's another tweet, but this continues the first tweet, and it says, it reads, well, it's the end of the first tweet, and then the reply. The first tweet ends with "and memories that have," and then the reply, the reply tweet goes with the second one. Shaped me during this time. I've had the privilege of crossing paths with exceptional men and women, including my brothers on the field, coaches who've taught me so much, and front office / staff who worked behind the scenes to make it all seamless. I offer my deepest thanks to you all. It says the last part of the second response, the second tweet response, it says, I offer my deepest thanks to you. And then the third one begins with all. It would read, I offer my deepest thanks to you all. This is part of the third one. You've allowed me and my family to be a part of something truly special. We are forever grateful and feel truly blessed that this was a part of our journey. As I look forward, I'm excited for the newness ahead. As I look forward, I'm excited for the newness ahead. New challenges to face and new adventures to take. What a ride. And then there's the fourth tweet reply. Well, it's trying to read. The third one finishes off with what a ride. And then the fourth one, it reads, it's going to read, what a ride it's been, but what a ride is to come. But what a ride is to come. Thank you. Thankful for you all. Much love. Exclamation point. Hashtag renew your mind. Hashtag JL. The renew your mind, it's capital R, Y, and M. And then hashtag JL in caps. So what a phenomenal career he had, man. I mean, phenomenal. Absolutely just freaking phenomenal. I mean, legend. John?
Yeah, reliable backup for Cincinnati for quite some time. And he wasn't able to really produce in Tampa because of the amount of running backs that were in front of him with Ronald Jones and then Leonard Fournette. But yeah, just wish him nothing but the best moving forward.
Absolutely. Best of luck to Giovani Bernard on his retirement. Best of luck to him on the rest of his life. I mean, what a career he had. So yeah, I also want to go back to kind of the draft thing. And it says in the article, the title of the article by Ryan Gatos, HBCUs, that's in caps. Well, the HBCU, that's in caps, and then the S is lowercase. That's the article title by Ryan Gatos, and then the tweet from Deion Sanders. The all is in caps, and then the HBCU is in caps, and then in the tweet, the JSU is in caps as well. So just wanted to do that. All right, I think we got everything, John. John, what do you think?
Yeah, we got everything. Smooth.
All right, man. I think we got it. It's an absolute pleasure to have you on. Thank you for coming on, man. It's really much appreciated. You're welcome anytime.
No problem. Thank you.
You're welcome, man. Thank you so much. Take care, man. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. Thank you, man.
No
I also want to say, wait, hang on. I want to say this. hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Take care, guys. Have a good one. John, take care, man. Have a good one. And I'll see you soon.
Thank you, sir. Let's
You're
follow
welcome.
1497 podcast too.
Absolutely. Make sure to go follow him there. Make sure to go follow his 1497 podcast. Make sure to go do that. Make sure to go follow him on Twitter, Instagram, and make sure to go check out his podcast. So, yeah. John, take care, man. Have a good one. I'll see you soon.
You too.
All right. Thank you, man. Bye.